So, good morning. This is Karen with Veronica's Coaching and Tarot, Veronica's Dreams, I guess. This is a daily reading, our daily energies. So, this situation is very current, very now. Even though the situation could go on for a while, just this reading is the most current energies of it. And just so you know, I do personal readings. The link to my website is in the description below. It's where I do have choices of readings. If for any reason you don't see anything you want, you can just email me what you want, and I'll tell you which one to get, and then we can do whatever it is you want done, what type of reading you want done. So I am using the light Seer. This popped out, the Page of Pentacles. I started to use the black cat and I had to stop. It really just felt wrong. So a lot of times I don't go to the light Seer because so many other tarot readers use this deck. And part of what I like about is I have a collection of decks. I know I read with mostly the same ones over and over, but just because they're the most familiar. So we're doing the regular current energy, present influence, future influence, what we don't see, challenge, what to watch for, advice, and outcome. So what is our current situation, please? Page of Wands. I feel like that's kind of a celebration to some degree. Present influence. Page of Pentacles, it ended up popping out anyway, huh? That's working on something. Future influence. Tower. I really feel like this is something that is causing this. So something that you're learning might be causing a change. So what do we have in what we don't see? The Knight of Cups. There's some sweetness or romanticism there too. And that could be anything. It doesn't have to be love. Challenge with this situation. Nine of Pentacles. Huh. Keeping your independence. What to watch for. The Fool, nice. Advice. Justice. And outcome. Moon. To me, that's always such an unclear answer, I'm telling you. So the bottom of the deck is King of Pentacles. If this is about love, then it's someone you're looking for with this type of personality, or what you're looking for in a relationship, period, female or male. You're looking for something very grounded, very stable. But it also could just be you're looking for stability in general. This could also be an influence in your work life, your home life. I kind of feel like it's some kind of influence. Like this is a person to some degree or another, whether it's whether this you see as love reading or not. We'll get more into it. I don't feel a lot of love other than the Knight of Cups, but I feel like that's more someone backing you. So I feel like this is an influence that's very current and in your life. And this would be someone that is stable, but someone that might be guiding you or helping you in some way. There might be some kind of help coming through. So we have the Page of Wands here, and this tells me that this is the current situation. Yeah, when I see her, I totally look at celebrating. But pages are about messages. They are young, so they're about learning things. They're a little naive, so they don't always do the right thing. But I think that's okay because we also have the Fool energy, which reminds us that we're young and that we're naive, and that's part of the leap of faith with the Fool is that it is young. You don't know everything, and you don't overthink. Nice thing is we have no swords here, which is good by me. So this is very good energy. This could be a message coming in. I feel like the present influence with the Page of Pentacles is, you've been working on something, and I feel like this message that comes in is directly related probably to work. Or so, again, a project, something that I don't have heart space here other than this, and we'll talk about that, but I feel like this is important to you. The Page of Pentacles, to me too, if it's a message, it is something that well, it kind of comes from this type of energy stability, and you've been working on something, pretty religiously. She's balancing there with that pentacle in her hand, while you see the wand is, all over the place, the energy from the wand versus the energy from the pentacle. She's learning something and staying still. She's learning something and going crazy. So I think this is something that's coming in, that you are getting a message of a new project coming in. You have to learn something new's coming in. Something's coming in that's new, and this comes with a message, and then things change. So in the future influence, there's some kind of shift going on, but I think it has to do with these messages, because I think these are both some kind of message. But because the influence is the page of pentacles, I feel like it's about a project or something that you're learning and working hard on. And it's something that you're not necessarily an expert at, but there's going to be a change in this situation. And I do kind of feel like it's work related. Well, Nine of Pentacles, it definitely has to do with your stability to some degree. So that's why I'm thinking work. But there is a change coming in. But that change, what you don't see is there's something behind the scenes, or someone behind the scenes that really cares about you a lot. This Knight energy, a lot of times, to me it's a gift, romance coming in, but I feel like it's more about, he's sitting on this chair, he's got these flowers, and just that look, like if you were picturing him looking at you, I care about you, I really care about you, and I want to see everything work out for you. And you've got a champion behind you that you don't necessarily realize. You don't see, or you don't realize them as that kind of champion, that they really do care about you. The challenge is the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like the challenge is that this is a little difficult because you're learning something, and then things are going to change, but that means you feel like you kind of lose your independence a little bit. So whatever this change is making you feel a little uneasy. So that feeling like you might be losing your independence, and that could be, like when we're really good at our job or something, and we have to learn something new, and that's changing. Because we knew the other things so well, we felt more independent about it. We could work on our own more. We didn't need a lot of guidance, that kind of thing. Where if this is the challenge, you're going to miss that piece. You're going to miss having that independence. If this is relationshipal, new word, then it's same thing. You're not quite as independent when you're in a relationship as not. I don't feel like this is a relationship, though. Really don't. So what you need to look for is that leap of faith. You got to find that within. And that this challenge is making you look at this as a scary thing, because you feel like you might lose this independence if you jump into this situation, but you need to look for that and see how you can jump into the situation and give that leap of faith and have trust and still be okay with it. So I feel like what's happening here too with the Justice advice is, know that the right thing is going to happen. Whatever this is about, whatever this changes, I'm a little apprehensive, and I might pull a clarifier on that Tower, is I feel like Spirit's saying the right thing will happen. So I think, keep things in balance, keep things in check, and justice will prevail. And I always remind people, when we say justice will prevail, like if you're in a lawsuit and you hear this justice will prevail, it doesn't mean you're necessarily going to win. It means the right thing's going to happen. And sometimes that means that you don't win. And I know people don't want to hear that, but sometimes we need to hear that the right thing will. So the justice will prevail, the right thing will happen, and know this. This is about a knowing. Know this. The problem is that in the future, things aren't going to quite be what they seem to be, and there's going to be kind of a shadow sense to this a little bit for a while. That's why I'm going to clarify the Tower, because this kind of leaves us hanging a little bit. And that's okay. Sometimes readings need to leave us hanging. We don't need to know all of the things all at one time, because this could shift some of the decisions that we make too, if we know too much. But I do feel like there's going to be kind of this ominous, you're not going to know what's really happening with the situation for a bit. And a bit could be, a couple weeks, it could be a couple months. It's almost like it's not a Seven of Swords, and we'll see. I'm going to clarify that tower, but it's almost like it's not. I don't think it's someone. I'm going to clarify them with the Mystic Dreamer Tarot. I don't think it's someone. I think like it's just that the announcement hasn't come, or there's something changing, and you know it and you feel it, but you don't quite know what it is. And I think that's why also we have what to watch for is the Fool. Watch for that new situation coming in, because of the moon being in the outcome, it's not clear. Like, it's not super clear what's happening here. But I think it's important. What did I do here? I've got half of them backwards. Wow. Maybe I shouldn't use this deck. Well, now I'm not going to because I got them backwards. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and grab the black cat. I feel like, yeah, I think it's important. The two things that I think are very important, or all of the things that I think are important. The Knight of Cups, know that you have someone that cares about you behind this. There's someone in the shadows that you don't see that really does care about you. Even if this is work, they care about you a little bit more than just work. Watch for a new adventure, watch for something new, and see what that new thing is, and know in the advice that the right thing will happen. I think that's the key here. So let's clarify this tower in our future influence just so we can see more about what this change is. What is this tower in our future influence? Knight of Pentacles, Devil. Okay, so this comes from, there has been something slow. This has to do with an attachment that you're healing from. So this attachment that you're healing from, it feels, well, it could be taking a break too. But I feel like there's something you're super attached to. It doesn't mean it's love. And it could mean that that's why you're worried about this, the challenge is the Nine of Pentacles, because this is something that you've been attached to, but it's a slow moving change, but you're healing from it, and that's the change. And this attachment just could be like attached to what you're doing right now, the job you have right now, but this, I feel like this change has been in the making. It's because I see the Knight of Pentacles as a clarifier. The Knight of Pentacles is very slow. So it's been kind of one of those things that's been progressing. But the Tower is scary. It's going to be scary because it has to do with an attachment that you're healing. So knowing that you're going to heal, that's part of the movement forward. But part of what's scary and part of that challenge of the Nine of Pentacles is this is something that you feel very attached to. I'm getting two different feelings. So this could be love for somebody, definitely. But with the Pentacles, that's why I feel like it's more work, but I feel like it's some kind of stability too going on here, that you're going to feel more stable. And having that being so unclear, and we can clarify that Moon card in our outcome. I think I need to kind of let this go a little bit too, because I've probably given the answer and I just don't even see it, right? So let's just clarify the Moon. I'm not going to take that. Take the Moon. What is this about? Okay, it goes back to the Page of Wands, the Tower, and Empress. So yeah, this is something that, yep. So this directly correlates with the current situation. There's going to be a change, but the change is also about the Empress, and I feel like that's going to be something that's very becomes very nurturing. And it could be that you might have to take care of yourself or someone, but I don't think so. I think this is really about, it feels like about work. Keep in mind, this page is definitely about news coming in, email, text, letter. It's going to make a change in your life, but the moon is, we're not going to see it right away, but know that the Empress has come up and tells us that we will be taken care of. Again, I think that's what this is in your unseen. You have someone watching your back. So I think this might feel a little scary. I think that's why I keep trying to read more on it, because I think I keep going back to this night knowing that you have someone there that cares about you. This change could feel kind of scary. Also with justice as being the advice, it does feel scary, and this change feels very scary, but the right thing will happen, and know that. So I think that's why I keep going through this. I think it feels scary. Also with the king at the bottom of the deck, it could feel like a shakeup to your stability, and that's why this is a challenge. So anyway, I know this is long-winded, so take care. Have a beautiful day. I hope this helps. Please comment, and let me know what you think and how you felt too. Thank you very much. Have a beautiful day.